am super excited because I get to interview one of my very best friends who's more like a sister to me, to be honest. And not only is she one of the most phenomenal friends a person could ever have, she is also a phenomenal wife to Pastor Kamal Watson, who is one of the pastors at the Revival Center in Monroeville. She is also a phenomenal mother to 8 beautiful boys and, young men and women now. And she is also a phenomenal nana. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Nicole Watson. So share with everyone
So what's going on new with me is I have decided to heed the call of God nudging me and pushing me and become a business owner for myself and open a faith-based salon.
Wonderful. Now tell me, what was the inspiration for this faith-based salon?
I felt like I've been to many salons. I know a lot of us out here have been to many salons, and it's always a place where you go to vent, gossip, have conversations, hear stuff you typically wouldn't hear no other place, and then you leave. Yes, you have your hair done, but you leave the same way you came in. And I would like to offer services where you come in one way, but you leave differently, and not just with your hair being done, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well.
I love that. And can I just share with you as a personal testimony, I'm one of those ones who have left feeling one way and came out feeling phenomenal too. It's my beautiful hair she has touched. But seriously, you are an anointed woman of God and wonderfully talented. And I'm loving how you have found how to incorporate faith and talent together. That's wonderful. So, what types of hair services do you offer?
So I typically love maintaining your natural hair, basically. If you want to come and get a wash, deep condition, a hot oil treatment, if you have locks and you want them detoxed and retwisted, I'm still working on getting better with the styles, keratin treatments, trims, things like that. Just really basically, of course I can do some knotless braids and some box braids, but I really enjoy maintaining your natural hair, helping it to grow and just flourish.
Wonderful. And how do you ensure that every client who walks in feels valued and cared for spiritually as well as professionally?
Well, because it is a faith-based salon, and that's my life anyways, I want you to know that before you come into the salon, that it's already been pre-warmed for you, basically. It's already had prayer in the room. I've already asked God to bless my hands to do what it needs to do to bless you, but also when you come in that I'm able to pour into you also what you need spiritually and mentally and emotionally. So you're going to be treated as though basically you're the only person in the room. And that is just a conversation and an encounter with God, His presence in us.
Yeah. And do you offer any special services or programs for people going through difficult times, like prayer or spiritual counseling?
Absolutely. So because I love to intercede, that's just who God created me to be, I definitely want to be a source, a safe space for you to come in and be safe in my chair and pour out. And if need be, if we got to stop because we need to pray or we want to sing some worship or whatever you need, that's what I want to be for you or for whoever, comes into that room to get service. I want to be that for you. And it's going to be more than just coming to get your hair done.
Yeah. Now, can you share how your professional, personal faith journey has influenced your vision for the salon?
So for me, I've always struggled with seeing it before I see it. Right? We heard the scriptures before that God wants us to have faith in Him and see it before we actually see it. And I've always struggled with, listen, I like to have things planned out. God, I need you to tell me what it is before I do it. But in this journey and my journey throughout my life with my children and with my husband and my marriage, He's always shown me that I have to see the victory before it even comes. And so I want to incorporate that. It pushed me to want to incorporate that in this journey with this faith-based salon. God told me that if I open it and do what He said, then He will send the people. And so that's faith right there, because opening a salon and having bills added to what you already responsible for and trusting God to do the work, that's faith right there. And so if I could show somebody else that he is real and what he says is true and how he operates is so genuine and so real, then that's what this is.
And I guess that's kind of like the role that prayer plays in your decision making for the business.
Absolutely.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
So as I said earlier, I remember deciding that I wanted this. I've always had this desire, but moving on it, I always had fear that I would have the clientele, that I was capable. And I found out in prayer and talking to God, which is the most intimate time that we all supposed to have. The more I did it, the more he would reveal to me that if I just do it his way, just once I ask him direction and he give it to me, do it the way he said. And so I'm pushing forward through him nudging me and sending me people of God that have poured into my life and my husband's life about what I'm supposed to be doing in ministry. And prayer life is my prayer life, honestly. And if I can encourage others to have that same kind of prayer life, and not by pounding it into them, but by showing them that the results of a prayer life is this, right? Yeah. So the results of a faith-based salon that was practically placed in my hands, as long as I was obedient. And you don't find that until you got to be obedient.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Yeah.
And now, last question: what makes your salon different from other hair salons in the area?
So because I love interceding, it's what God created me to do, to intercede on people's behalf, even people that don't even know I'm doing it, right? Because that's what it is. When you intercede on somebody's behalf, you don't tell everybody that that's what you're doing. You just do it because God told you to do so. And so in doing that, it's going to be different because my salon is already getting warmed up for you when you come. You're going to be individually taken care of. Just your time is your time. And it's already been prayed in that room. I've already asked God to anoint my hands to be able to bless you, not just in your hair, but in your spirit, like in your heart, where you feel different and you want different and you seek different, all from God.
Yeah.
So
wonderful. Now, I am anticipating the grand opening. So please share, when is the grand opening?
So the grand opening celebration is what I'm planning for right now, and that is tentatively to be January 10th. Once everything is done, I'd like to have a dinner with all my family and friends to just celebrate what God is doing and how excited I am, nervous I am about this new journey. So January 10th, the location of the actual salon on the south side off of Carson Street. He just blessed me he put me right in the spot where he said if I open it, he was going to send the people. So
there it is.
I got blessed to be in a spot where there's a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's wonderful. And if someone wanted to already start setting their appointments for the future in January, how would they do that?
So I do have a Instagram page for Lady Watson's Hair Studio. So you can reach me by that name, Lady Watson's Hair Studio, or you can text me 412-414-3044, or you can message me on Facebook as well in Messenger.
Wonderful, wonderful. And do you have any final words for those who are watching this video right now?
First, thank you for even taking out these few minutes that we have shared to talk about what God is doing for me. Also, there was something that my grandfather said years ago in church. He was a pastor of the church I grew up in. He said, try the Lord for 30 days. And if he's not all right, you can pull him off, right? That's what he would say to people that was coming to know God. He would say, just try God for 30 days. Because he was so confident that once you got to know God and you tried him sincerely, that after them 30 days, you weren't going to want to put him off, right? You weren't going to want to put him down. So I'll just say, try Lady Watson for 30 days. And when you get done, I promise you, not only will you be refreshed in your hair with God's help, but you'll be refreshed in your spirit emotionally and mentally. So try us out.
Wonderful. All right, you guys, you heard it. Can't wait to see you guys there.